3,000 years ago, one man controlled more wealth than Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, and every Saudi prince combined. Adjusted for inflation, historians estimate King Solomon's fortune exceeded $2 trillion. But here's the part nobody talks about. He built the greatest empire in the ancient world using 5 specific rules. Rules so powerful, they turned a shepherd's son into the wealthiest human who ever lived. And then, he broke every single one of them. Today, you're going to learn those 5 rules. And more importantly, the exact moment he stopped following them. Because that moment, it's the same moment that destroys modern patriarchs. By the end of this video, you'll have a framework that took Solomon decades to develop, compressed into 11 minutes. We're going to reverse engineer the playbook of the richest man in recorded history. And I'll show you exactly where the blueprint cracked. Stay until rule number 5. That's the one that will change how you think about your own legacy. Rule 1. Ask for wisdom, not wealth. When Solomon became king, God appeared to him and said, "Ask for whatever you want." Most men would ask for money, power, a longer life. Solomon asked for none of those things. He asked for a discerning heart, the ability to tell right from wrong, wisdom to serve, not to conquer. And because he asked for wisdom instead of wealth, he got both. Here's the lesson for the modern patriarch. The men who obsess over the number in their account are the ones who lose it by the 3rd generation. 70% of family wealth gone by the 2nd generation, 90% by the 3rd. The men who obsess over discernment, they build dynasties. Rule 2. Build the foundation before the monument. Solomon didn't start building the temple, his greatest achievement, the moment he took power. He waited. He spent years consolidating the kingdom, securing borders, establishing trade routes, training administrators. Only when the foundation was rock solid did he begin construction. And the result? The Temple of Solomon took 7 years to build. It stood for over 400. Compare that to today. Entrepreneurs rush to build the monument, the mansion, the brand, the public image, before the foundation even has concrete. The patriarch who builds a legacy that lasts 400 years. He spends the first decade on the boring stuff. Governance, succession planning, trust structures. No one applauds the foundation, but no one remembers the monument that collapsed either. Rule 3. Surround yourself with honest counsel, not comfortable agreement. Solomon's court wasn't filled with yes men. His father David had specifically placed experienced, battle-tested advisors around him. These were men who would tell him no, who would challenge his assumptions, who valued truth over access to power. And Solomon listened, at least in the beginning. A modern patriarch often makes the opposite move. The richer he gets, the smaller his circle becomes. He replaces advisors with admirers, challenge with comfort. And that's exactly when the decline begins. Rule 4. Create systems that outlive you. Solomon didn't just accumulate wealth, he built systems. A fleet of trading ships, strategic alliances through diplomacy, a tax infrastructure that funded public works, an administrative system with 12 regional governors, each managing a different territory. This is the difference between a rich man and a dynasty builder. A rich man has money. A system builder has income streams that flow whether he shows up or not. The patriarchs who obsess over building systems, trusts, governance structures, family constitutions, are the ones whose surnames still mean something 5 generations later. The ones who obsess over control, they take the wealth to the grave. Rule 5. Guard your judgment above all things. This is the rule Solomon broke, and it's the one that destroys modern patriarchs. At the peak of his power, Solomon had everything. His systems worked. His advisors were brilliant. His wealth was incomprehensible. And then, he stopped guarding his judgment. 700 wives, 300 concubines, political marriages that introduced foreign ideologies into his court. He traded the values that built the empire for the comfort the empire provided. His son Rehoboam inherited the throne, but not the wisdom. Rehoboam rejected the counsel of his father's advisors. He chose arrogance over humility, and the kingdom split in two, permanently. Here's the brutal truth for the modern patriarch. The moment you believe your wealth protects you from bad judgment, that's the moment you've already lost. Solomon gave us the blueprint. The 5 rules work when you follow them. The great wealth transfer is happening right now. $124 trillion, moving from one generation to the next. The question is not whether your wealth will transfer. It will. The question is, will your wisdom transfer with it? If you're building a legacy that lasts, subscribe, because this is only the beginning. Next week, we'll break down the exact Dynasty trust structure that the top 1% uses to beat the 3-generation curse.